Hello and welcome everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the final episode of Charles Martel, a custom campaign featuring the Franks, created by Cat Scientist 282. This is the final mission titled Endgame, appropriately so. Let's go ahead and get started here. The Second Rebellion of Provence, taking place in 738 to 739 AD. Provence was a rebellious vassal of Charles Martel, and once again its nobility waged war to the influence of the prince. Fortified in a fortress by the sea and having sealed another deal with the Moors, they were to pave the way and supply their allies. An enormous Moorish army arrived, intent on going through Provence to then put another foot into the Frankish kingdoms to finish off the resistance of Europe. But this time the prince of the Franks hadn't sat idle, wizened and old. He had an ace up his sleeve, an alliance of his own, one with the Lombards. Let's go ahead and get started. To this day, I remember the first time my father spoke to me of Charles Martel. I was young and naive. I believed that I could become as prestigious as he. I don't know if I may yet become so. But without the tales of grandfather, would I have aspired to become a warrior rather than just a statesman like he had? There is an enormous difference between myself and my grandfather, however. He was practically thrown into a war as a fighter and a leader of men. As for myself, I was to be king before the pommel of a sword even graced my hand. Charles Martel is suspected to have wanted to die in battle amongst his men. He didn't consider himself just as a king of sorts. He was a leader, a general, a prince who would fight for the bettering of his kingdom no matter the cost upon his personal life. God gave him one last chance in his old age to in battle. Provence rebelled again with the support of the Moors. Charles was not certain at the time whether the caliphate had broken their promise or whether this was a rebellious band of Berbers that had the vile intent to plunder into Francia, but he wouldn't let them, not after all he had done. The fate of his kingdom was resting in his hands. Would he let his country be brought to heel by the Moorish horsemen and their faithless allies after all this work to found a great unification of kingdoms and dukes? Question mark. The answer, of course, is hell no. Alright, our game objectives are to kill at least 1,500 enemy soldiers or to defeat all our enemies. Our other objectives are that the Lombards cannot be defeated, our fortified towers must not be destroyed, and whilst Charles Martel is on the battlefield, our knights have 2 extra attack. Our hints tell us that Charles Martel has gathered all men available to him to defeat his old enemies once and for all. For this reason, our population limit is a strong 220. We must invest in establishing a strong economy that can field and sustain. Isn't it sustain, not substain? A large army quickly, or the Umayyads will surely overwhelm both Franks and Lombards alike. The Frankish kingdom's frontiers and inner lands are defended by 2 watchtowers. If they are destroyed, the Moors will invade the Frankish territory with great force. Both the Saracens and Berbers have learned their lessons from their defeat against Charles Martel, and they are now fielding an even more powerful anti-cavalry force to not be defeated by heavily armored men on horseback. Your knights, on the other hand, now have a strong foothold into the feudal system and adopting the laws of chivalry, along with the trading armors and weapons that go with it. Because of this, our knights are significantly stronger with 2 extra attack. A large portion of Provence is rebellious and disorganized. They cannot rebuild their cities and buildings. It would be an excellent idea to get them out of the way first. This mission is based on the final battle against Moors and rebellious Provençals. This is the last big battle of Charles Martel. Scouts report that Charles Martel has mustered his men for one final battle against the provincial rebels and the Moors. Charles has gotten old now, but his experience and charisma is still a dominant force in the Frankish army. Still, this may be his last war. Provence's rebels in yellow are fortified in a fortress near the Mediterranean. They are in their territory and well defended by castles and fortified towers, and it will be difficult to dislodge them without a heavy amount of siege equipment. They primarily constitute an army of heavy infantry, sergeants, and archers. The Umayyad army consists of 2 forces still, the sly Saracens in green and the ferocious Berbers in orange. Their cavalry has rallied since their last defeats, and they have mustered a force that threatens all that will get in their way. It will be difficult to beat them in open terrain. Narrow passage and lightning strikes will surely whittle them down enough for Charles to be able to pulverize their camp. Their Saracen flank will consist mainly of Mamluks, cavalry archers, and a variety of cavalries. Their Berber counterpart will instead control Genitors, camel archers, and light cavalry with some heavily armored elements in the mix. Both armies will begin the production of camel riders if the Frankish army field cavalry of their own. Lombards in purple will help the Franks and Charles in their war against the Moors with the best of their armies. Lombard noblemen on foot, halberdiers, and heavy crossbowmen will steadfast a strong defense against the Moorish cavalry. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here, shall we?
Okay, oil. Pastisso. Okay. Pastisso.
Café. Pastisso. Bébé. Pastisso.
Prêt, bûcheron.
Prêt. Cueilleur. Pastisso. Bûcheron.
Okay, so right away I'm going to go ahead and gather up my starting soldiers here.
Pastisso.
Get some extra TCs online so that we can keep villager production coming out as fast as we can.
Okay, Oé. Libet. Pérax. Bûcheron. Libet. Bûcheron.
You brought to Ruination years of conquest, old man. I believe we will value more your head attached to a camel than our domination over Frankish lands.
Cueilleur. Bûcheron.
Oé. Bûcheron. Okay, Pastisso. Prêt. Oé. Pérax. Okay, Mamaro.
Okay, object of the game is to do a little bit of scouting first. I noticed that we have tons of relics sprinkled around the map.
Oil. Café. Minéo. Pérax. Bûcheron. Prêt. Bébé. Bûcheron. Pérax.
Café. Minéo. Pastisso. Oil. Minéo.
Prêt. Oil. Bûcheron. Pérax. Bûcheron.
Bûcheron. Prêt. Okay, Pérax. Pastisso.
Cueilleur. Pastisso. Prêt. Cueilleur. Bûcheron. Oé. Café. Bûcheron. Prêt.
I want starting bills on berries or on wood here.
Oé. Bûcheron. Pastisso.
Oé.
Now we have totally idle villagers. Lots of relics nearby though. Or idle TCs rather.
Café. Pastisso. Oé. Pastisso. Pastisso. Cueilleur. Pastisso. Pastisso. Pastisso.
A prince, the Moors haven't brought their war machines from Spain, but instead construct them here. If we slaughter their engineers, they'll likely be incapable of producing more, and they'll come crashing down on our fortifications.
Prêt. Café. Oé. Bébé. Pastisso.
Prêt. Oil. Pastisso. Café. Pastisso.
Café. Pérax. Sec. Pastisso. Pastisso.
We lack a blacksmith,
Okay.
we lack a market,
Pastisso.
we lack a university.
Pastisso. Café.
Oé. Pastisso.
Prêt. Verax. Oye.
Prêt. Okay. Libet. Pérax. Pastisso.
Prêt. Pérax. Pastisso.
Cueillet. Verax. Certes.
Oé. Café. Pastisso. Prêt. Vilain. Pastisso. Okay.
Cueilleur. Oil. Pastisso.
Livet. Oye.
Lots and lots of relics to be picked up here.
Cert. Verax.
Oé. Pastisor. Café. Pastisor. Pastisor. Oé. Oil. Mineo.
Keye, Vina. Pastiso.
Yeah, so as I suspected, those workshops are close to the base. So attacking them with my starting force is probably not a great idea.
Prêt. Pastisor.
Prêt. Pastiso.
Café. Oé. Pastisor. Café. Pastisor.
Keye. Café. Pastiso. Oé. Café. Oil. Livet. Verax. Livet. Pastiso.
Pastisor. Café. Pastisor.
Oé. Livet. Oye. Kevoye. Verax. Livet. Keye. Oye. Cert.
Keye. Prêt. Oil. Pastiso. Pastiso. Keye. Pastiso. Prêt. Café. Mineo.
Vilain. Puissant.
Getting a second castle online should be our highest priority right now. Let's do conscription. It's good to have an ally.
Oé. Pastiso. Café. Keye. Prêt. Verax. Pastiso. Oé. Cert. Pastiso. Keye. Café. Pastiso.
Oé. Prêt. Café. Prêt. Vilain. Pastisor. Kay.
Prêt. Livet. Pastiso. Café. Verax. Pastiso. Prêt. Oil. Pastiso. Verax. Pastiso.
Oé. Pastisor. Pastisor. Café. Pastisor. Oé. Pastisor. Pastisor.
Keye. Livet. Bûcheron. Pastiso.
Prêt.
Prêt. Oé. Pastiso.
Mineo.
Kevoye. Oye. Verax.
Could try to get that relic. That monk will probably die though.
Café. Pastiso. Oé. Pastiso. Keye. Pastiso.
Prêt. Pastisor. Café. Pastisor.
Prêt. Pastiso. Café.
Oé. Verax. Livet. Prêt. Livet. Oil. Pastisor.
Okay, we got chemistry and hoardings coming.
Oé. Pastisor.
Oé. Café.
Cert.
Keye. Pastiso. Fait. Bûcheron. Artisan.
Kei. Pastisseau.
Alright, my friend, the Lombards are fighting.
Oe. Live. Live.
Let's grab that relic.
Keyer. Fait. Verax. Pastisseau.
I think I want to go after yellow here first if I can. We can do architecture now and go for like pikemen.
Fait. Royal. Pastisseau. Keyer. Pastisseau.
Fait. Oh yeah.
Oe.
Kei. Pastisseau. Pastisseau.
Yeah. You fait. Live. Oh yeah.
Okay, Eco's bustling, Lombards are still alive. I think it'd be good to maybe set up a couple defensive structures near them.
Pastisseau.
Just to be prepared for the worst.
Fait.
Kei. Pastisseau.
Keyer.
Prêt. Pastisseau.
Prêt. Keyer. Vera. Certes.
C'est fait. Oe. Libère. Oh, il libère. Che fait. Verax. Pastisseau. Oe. Artisan.
Fait. Oe. Verax. Pastisseau.
Kei.
Fait. Pastisseau.
Fait. Live. Oh yeah. You fait. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Keyer. Pastisseau. Oe. Mineo.
Alright. I'd like to get Halberdier Tech up soon.
Fait. Pastisseau.
Que fait? Prêt. J'y vais.
Still unable to get this relic, are we, huh?
Live.
I wonder what's stopping us. The monks must keep dying.
Que fait? J'y vais. Là.
Livet. Pastisson. Oui.
Prêt.
Prêt.
Que fait? Minéo.
J'y vais. Que fait? À la bataille.
Yeah, the monk just died again.
Vera.
We will get this relic, mark my words.
Live.
Kayé.
Kay.
Prêt. Livré. Assisto.
Prêt. Pastisson.
Prêt. Oh yeah. Certes.
Vera. Assisto. Kayé. Assisto.
Kay. Pastisson.
Que fait? Assisto. 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 Prêt. Que fait? Royal. Minéo.
Oh yeah. J'y vais.
Kayé.
Certes.
Assisto.
Oui. Prêt. Pastisson.
Oh, doesn't look like I get Siege Ram. I did last scenario, though.
Prêt. Ouais. Assisto.
Okay, no siege weapons, so the Lombards should be able to play adequate defense for a little while. We've killed 400 enemy soldiers.
Que fait? Assisto.
Effet.
We just need to keep the Lombards alive. We don't need to outright defeat them. But already it looks like Province is going to be raided to the ground soon.
Que fait? Oh yeah, libère. À la bataille.
It's gotten pretty deep into the heart of their city here.
Prêt, libère.
Assisto.
Bien, oh yeah, certes. Prêt, oh yeah, libère.
Prêt. Max. Pastisso.
Que fait? Oh yeah. Libère.
Prêt. Oh yes.
I'll try once again for this relic.
Assisto. Que fait? Quem é? Verax. Assisto.
Que fait? Pastisso.
Assisto. Que fait? Quem é?
Libère.
Assisto.
Libère. Prêt, certes.
Oui. Certes. Pastisso.
Que y a? Oh yeah, libère. Que fait?
Kay. Que fait? Pastisso.
Hey. Que fait? Assisto.
Kay. Pastisso.
Quem é? Assisto.
Alright, province is mostly out. I think they only really have that castle left and maybe a couple of production buildings tucked away.
Verax. Artisan.
Prêt.
Que y a? Oh yeah, certes. Oh yeah, certes. Libère.
Prêt. Artisan. Assisto.
Que fait? Oh yeah.
Attends. Quem é? Assisto.
Oh, there goes one of my castles.
Assisto.
Does look like these guys do eventually start producing siege.
Artisan. Prêt. Oil. Pastisso. Que fait?
Just avoided wasting 488 more stone for no reason.
fait? Livet. Cueilleur.
Ok, pastisseau.
Prêt. Certes. Oye. Livet. Cueilleur. Certes.
Let's start bringing the heavy forces out. Let's start bringing in the pallies.
Que fait? Cueilleur. Pastisseau. Oe. Prêt. Minéo.
Que
I think
fait?
all things considered, province is on their last legs now. Once we kill off these forces, they'll be in big trouble.
Prêt. À la bataille.
Que fait?
Oui. Pastisseau. Pastisseau.
Prêt. Que fait? Minéo.
Café.
Oe. Minéo. Cueilleur. Minéo.
Kill them all, leave none standing. Treason runs in their veins, just like the Burgundians. It was a mistake to give them a second chance.
Prêt. Oye.
Oui. Ok, Livet. Pastisseau.
Que fait? Cueilleur. Certes. Que fait? Livet. Oye. Livet. Prêt. Cueilleur. Certes.
Que veuillez. Prêt. Oye. Vera.
Okay, I'm gonna go after the Saracens next. Seems pretty appropriate.
Que fait? Prêt. Oye. Que fait? Prêt. Oye. Livet. Oye.
Kind of a divide and conquer strat here.
Café.
Our main, like Lombard, our allies, is just to keep Orange busy while we clean up everyone else, right?
Cueilleur. Livet.
Oh wow, we took a lot of damage. That's a lot of flattened halberdiers from the siege onagers.
Prêt. Artisan.
Que fait? Certes. Bonjour. À la bataille.
Oui. Pastisseau. Ok, oil. Pastisseau.
Oe. Que fait?
C'est.
No more berries around, huh? I guess we go for these berries.
Pastisseau.
Cueilleur. Livet. Prêt. Oyel.
Oui. Certes.
Que fait? Certes. Cueilleur. Prêt.
Foliré!
Livet.
Ohé. Pastisor.
Oh, these are heavy hits.
Que fait? Pastisor.
Prêt. Cueilleur.
This must be what, 700? What a butchery.
Pastisor.
Cueilleur. Livet. Oyel. Certes. Moldois.
Ohé. Prêt. Cueilleur. Minéo. Que fait? Pastisor.
Prêt. Oyel. À la bataille. Cueilleur. Livet. Que fait? Certes. Assaut. Cueilleur. Livet. Que fait? À la bataille.
Prêt. Pastisor.
Cueilleur. Artisan. Pastisor.
Stone here too for us to get.
Kay. Artisan.
Que fait?
Que fait? Artisan.
Que fait? Kay. Libet. Pastisor.
Cueilleur. Oyel. Oyel. Prêt. Livet. Certes. À la bataille. Cueilleur. Livet. Certes. Prêt. Là. Que fait?
Prêt. Pastisor. Pastisor.
Prêt. Livet. Oyel. Livet. Cueilleur. Certes.
Foliré!
Que fait? Assaut.
must have massacred at least 600 of them. Do their numbers never deflate? I mean, we've massacred 900 of them, not 600. I can see why they gave us the option here. Our main goal is now and continues to be to smash production buildings. Paladins are still ludicrously strong because of the +2 attack.
Que fait? Certes, l'hiver. Workshops have really low HP here. So that means I could realistically snipe them. I think we're gonna hit the 1500 body count first. It's hard to say.
Okay.
We've killed all the engineers of the right flank army. Good luck building anything with those hammers and nails now.
Hey. Bastisto. Oe.
Certo.
Mineo.
Mineo.
And if I really wanted to get a satisfying ending, I suppose what I should have done is I should have gone for the defeat all requirement by deleting the palisade.
Effet. Préirax. Vastisso.
Where do they find all these men, all these camels, and all these horses? Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Kate.
Hey, Derax. Bastisto.
But yeah, I guess I'll take this time now that we've reached the momentum shift part of the game to talk about the campaign as a whole. I think overall it showcases the Franks really well. And what I like about the campaign as well is that it's a different style of game where booming up early is definitely super encouraged, so it practices your booming skills. It showcases the Franks really well, and of course the Sergeants as well, even though those technically aren't the Frankish. But using paladins is really cool. They are all quite grindy, but it's a kind of gameplay where it's not necessarily super frustrating. It's more like you're painting a big canvas, like a massive battlefield, like large-scale, huge fights. I will say that it could be executed a little bit better with like some of the unit movements. Once scale gets to this kind of level, you start noticing problems like this more. But overall, like scope-wise, it's excellent, super fun, very flavorful. It respects the scale of these battles quite well, I'd say, if that's what you're going for, Cat Scientist. And all told, they're just really fun to play still. Just spamming units, losing castles, rebuilding them. I'm having a really good time. And I think we'll probably win this before defeating the Berbers. If I had to guess, that's what's gonna happen. Stable their horses, slaughter their camels, and take no prisoners. I want this Umayyad army to be nothing but a pile of carcasses by the time we're done.
K. K. Livet. Pastiso.
Like, just look at the sheer number of units on the screen. And the thing is that there's so many resources that I'm actually not even bothered by the fact that we're losing all these. There must be at least 1,000 dead on this battlefield.
Che è? Che fai?
Oe. Pastiso.
Oe, pastiso. Che fai? Pastiso.
And now we just go on cruise control for a victory here. The Moorish army is shattered and destroyed. The Frankish army is the best in Europe. In my years as prince, I have proven that Europe can stand against the Moors and that my new Roman Empire had the rights to make our ancestors proud. Now I can only hope that it will survive in centuries after my death. Well done, you completed this large campaign. I'm no well-known author and my missions aren't perfect, but I can only hope that you enjoyed. Yeah, I think these are really fun. And I look forward to your future projects. You're young, you have years to learn and better your campaigns, but now you need to say goodbye. Honestly, like, well done, man. I think your campaigns are very, very fun to play. They're a bit unpolished in some senses, but there's a lot of passion behind them, and they are a unique gameplay experience, and there's a lot of good things to say about them, too. The landscapes are very beautiful overall. I like how there's a lot of objectives to achieve in every single mission. Some of the mechanics end up being less relevant than others across different missions, of course, but overall, you know, having red swaths of cavalry rush over the base, you know, using throwing axemen, trebuchets, rams, booming up a massive eco, and always being able to construct castles as well. This was a very fun experience. I had a great time. I guess like for this particular mission, if we wanted to delete the palisade, we could have extended the timing a little bit longer, but there's no need. You guys can pretty much already tell that I'm going to win this one, so there's no real need to go all the way to the end here. When the Umayyad spies spoke of Lombard reinforcements coming to the aid of Charles Martel, many of the Moors fled, following their chieftains back to Hispania. They were already afraid of their breach in their treaty against the Kingdom of Francia and the hammer that led his armies, even his old age, but when his already powerful armies were backed by another mighty horde of men from Italy, their morale was shattered before the battle even began. My father said that when Charles drew his sword while streaking his hair, some Moors ran with their tails between their legs. Even the Caliph of Al-Andalusia rode off, terrified like a child, with his retinue refusing to abide to orders. His title was Bane of the Berbers, for no kingdom nor man scared them so. Finally, the wars ended, and so did the rebellions. The Caliphate sent a messenger, speaking of traitorous rebels and Berbers marching without the blessing of their leaders, and Charles Martel accepted the venomous false words of the envoys. This was his last battle, and his only struggles from then on would be political from the comforts of his desk. My grandfather did not die like a warrior on the field of battle like he wanted. He died as a prince, a great leader, in his own bed. It was not what he had hoped for, but all, including myself, know that if any man ever deserved a peaceful death, it was him. He never had the appearance of a prince. He wore chainmail and leathers, and a sword was always at his waist. He was like one of those chieftains of old, and yet he brought this feudal era to Europe, and many kings feasted on his reforms, and many countries thanks unwittingly to him. Charles Martel was not a blessed son of the Pope. They had their differences, and the Byzantine emperor did not want him as anything but a distant ally. But all of them acknowledged, no matter who was asking, that he was a hero. Him and his armies had been the heroes that had stopped the threat from the east, the conquerors that had captured Ceuta and Carthage within days, the threat that had broken Sasanian Empire. His name is still remembered today, and we can only hope it will be for thousands of years that follow it. Every evening, I sleep with the thought that I must not fail him, that I must not let the Frankish Empire collapse, that I must continue his legacy. The Franks, the Lombards, all those that believe in me. My grandfather had no such opportunity. He was doubted at every turn, but I have no such misfortune that plagues me. I hope that one day they'll call me Charles I, the courageous, greater even than my ancestor Charles Martel, and that their trust is well placed in me. From tomorrow, the crown that I'll wear will be the beginning of that, the greatest dynasty in history, and we will always remember our roots from a mere heap of kingdoms to a powerful unification of nations and lords. Thank you, grandfather. Your story gives me strength in my hour of need. I hope to be the greatest emperor that has ever been, and that is all thanks to your own ambitions. Campaign by Cat Scientist. So yeah, again, overarching comments. Very fun if you are into like the large-scale pitched battle type scenarios. Can get a bit tedious at times if you're not into it. Rewards booming, rewards teching up. You'll always have resources to grab, large population limits, utilizes the Franks well, their unique units, their cavalry strength, the sergeants, the trebuchets, the cheaper castles. There's a variety of enemies to fight. There's tons of side objectives to go for, some of them more relevant than others. And the maps are quite beautiful. They definitely have a tinge of... they definitely have resources everywhere, which is something I noticed about this campaign that I noticed was not in other campaigns. And sometimes the movement of large armies can be clunky, making some situations a little bit easier or cheesier than expected. But for a custom campaign, again, very, very solid set. Does Charles Martel justice, in my opinion. I don't know too much about him, but I did study a little bit of history in college. And he was a very, very great early Frankish historical figure, so props there. Anyway, I do look forward to playing your other campaigns if you make any Cat Scientists. These have been excellent. Good job. And with that, I think I'll be signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone. My name's The Clever Fool. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.